Angie Smalls in the building. Today, we got a really great treat for you guys. I am sitting here with the legendary MC Magic, came to bless the podcast, and he gave us an even bigger gift. He's bringing over his friend, Michael Salgado. They're here. They wanted to stop by, bless the show, and thank you guys for being here today.
You're welcome, Angie. You're welcome.
Thank you for having us.
You're welcome. So you guys just came from a TV show, right?
Yes.
Right.
We're doing press this week. All this week we'll be doing press because we're promoting a new record, Para Siempre, collaboration that Michael Salgado and myself put together, and we're just excited about it. It's a cumbia, hip hop. I don't know. You call it whatever. But people ask me, what kind of music do you make? I just say good music.
That's a great
Right.
answer.
You feel me?
Don't categorize it. You're like,
Yeah, because categories, it just gets so. Well, what genre is it, dude? Like,
yeah.
like what level of? It's just too much, and it's just good music.
For sure. Yeah, Para Siempre. I checked it out. Man, I didn't know you played the accordion.
I do not.
Right? I do not. I do not. Yeah. I mean, when we talked about it, we were doing a concert in Dallas, Texas, together, right? And then my daughter was telling me, Andy, all these songs that he's got and this and that. And I was more I would listen to Ramon and Rampagos, right? So I was kind of disconnected a little. But she was like, no, his songs and all these songs. And I was like, oh, yeah, I've heard those songs, this and that. But anyways, we were like, well, man, maybe he'd want to do a collab together, right? Maybe we can do something with one of the songs. And so my daughter asked him, and he was like, yeah, man, let's do something. So that's kind of where that got started. And it was a little different style for me, right? Because I do more kind of beer drinking, hardcore stuff. And so...
And I never drunk a beer in my life.
Right.
Yeah.
So, and I didn't for like, well, still don't drink beer. I don't really go for
I
beer,
was just
right?
teasing you.
But no, but I started like that for like, 30 years? But,
Yeah.
But,
The culture loves to drink, brother.
yeah.
The culture loves to
Dang,
drink.
that's
So
right.
when he brought the song, right, it was kind of like cumbia romántica, right? So I was like, it took me a little bit to flow with it in the accordion because I do a little different style, but man, it came together really awesome, like great.
I'm very proud of the record. I love it more every time I hear it.
Yeah, no, it's a good record, man. You guys just came out the gate with it. So it's a little bit of like the Tejano, and like you said, we don't want to categorize.
It's just good music.
It's just good music.
Good music.
Yeah, I saw the video. I thought that was super crazy when I saw, you playing the accordion.
Thank you, Angie. Thank you.
And I know you said that you had to intentionally learn how to play instruments.
I had to learn how to play the talk box because after Roger Troutman died, that's when I reached out to his family and asked them, can you guys build me a talk box like Roger Troutman's? And they were like, are you sure you know what you're asking for? Because we did one collaboration together called Down for Yours, If You Down for Mine. And Roger played that, and it was just a phenomenal record. That's the one that got me signed first. And so after he died, I felt like, whoa, man, I can never feature Roger again. And my mind didn't think I'm going to learn to play talk box so I don't need Roger, but that's what God lined up. And I followed God's lead, and they blessed me with the talk box. And now there's kids that don't even know that anybody else that plays the talk box but MC Magic. So it's such a blessing. I love the talk box.
That's amazing. And I'm sure his family probably appreciates you.
Right.
We are very close with the Troutmans. Every time I see them, we joke around, we hug. I was just on a cruise. We go on these Latin cruise. We go out there and yeah, they're on the cruise. And they recently they needed a new driver, and because the driver is such a important part of the talk box, I stock them up. I buy them wherever I can, and might have a collection of them. And Terry Troutman called me and says, Magic, man, we need a driver. Can you help us out? I called everywhere. I can't find one. I said, give me your address. And I just overnighted it to him.
Dang, like
Just-
that.
and so when I see him, I was like, you owe me some money. You know that. He's like, you owe me a career.
Right?
Oh,
Yeah.
So it's just, we have that great relationship like that.
yeah. So how do you guys think that the music's working out right now as far as overall Latinos? What's your thoughts on that?
Well, I mean, I think that because of all the different cultures there are, I think it's actually gotten stronger. You know, the Latinos are stronger. You know, you're seeing all these Latinos on TV shows and different. You know, and so I think it's really grown throughout the years. I think, you know.
I love it. I'm super proud to be able to work with an artist like Michael Salgado, who comes from a Texas legend, to be able to work with Coyote that are up and coming Los Angeles monsters, to be able to work with Jenny 69, who's this pretty girl that can bounce anywhere and get everybody's attention, and work with Los Terrícolas, a classic from the 70s. And so all that melting together makes me feel like, man, music is so special.
Heck yeah.
Brings people together.
Yeah, it really does.
Imagine a party with no music.
Right?
Can't.
Not much of a party.
Right?
No, it really does have the power to change your thoughts. And
Yeah.
for sure, if we didn't have music, we'd just be
Yes.
screwed.
Like we said, a song will take you to a time, and
that
you know,
part.
So it's always, you know, like my dad, he can't be, you know, we can't have a little get together without, hey, put the music on, you know, it's
That's
gotta
it.
quiet. So
In a word, music is magic.
hey,
Oh, your song with Jenny 69, how did that happen?
Well, I've known Jenny for a long time when she was little Jenny. She's a big Jenny now. And I don't say it in a disrespectful way because she's grown, but she was just a little skinny girl that was trying to be an influencer and be popular. And I love that about her because she had that heart of a lion, you know? And so I met her back then, and I went to like one of her first ever meet and greets. It was at a Marisco restaurant. So we were friends since then. And I kind of sensed that she felt like she wanted to jump into the music and stuff. And so I said, let's do a collaboration together.
Wow.
And that was a long time ago. So then this Reppin' Riverside record, I sent it to her maybe 2.5 years ago. And she listened to it. She said she loved it, but she just wasn't ready. She wasn't ready to do anything. And 2 years later, after she dropped Soy La 69.
Yeah,
after she
her
did that
viral
one-
moment.
Yeah, and I did the melody of Reppin' Riverside and said the lyrics to Soy La 69. But anyway, after she called me. She goes, Magic, it's time. Let's get in the studio. Let's do this. So we got in the studio and we banged out 2 cold records. The next one that I got coming is to me is better than Reppin'
Oh, you guys got
Riverside.
another one.
Yeah, I got another one that's gonna be on my album. I've been talking about my album for years, but I will drop it eventually.
So what's the holdup on it?
okay.
You know what? As artists, we're perfectionists. You know, you feel like something
right
is not ready.
songs
Let me
you
get
want.
one more song. Let me get that one feature in Cuco or whatever it is, and then that'll make the album complete. Then I get that feature done. It's like, let me get the one feature in Mexican OT, and then I want. And so as artists, como que nunca estamos ready to drop, but we need to drop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true, because they're always telling me too, like, you know, like my kids, they work with me, so they're like, hey, when are you gonna get? We gotta get another album out, and but you know, you just don't want to put out whatever you want to put out, quality stuff. You want to put songs that you think, you know, people are gonna love, and so, I mean, I get what he's saying. You know, you want to find the right songs, the right collabs, all that, you know, makes a difference. Nowadays, you know, like collabs is definitely a thing. Like me, I did a collab with Ramon Ayala, right? Where El Correo Ramon Ayala be coming out soon. And for me, that was, you know, quite an honor because I've always looked up to him since I was a
Ramon
kid.
Ayala, come on.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, everybody knows if they know that he's always been a big inspiration. Aside from my father, right? Because I got started with my father in the music, but artist-wise, it was Ramon, right? So it's always been, you know, a thing. And so when he called and said, hey, I got this song, but I can't sing it because it's about me, but I'd like to see if you would like to do it with me, right? Or with the band. And I was like, yeah, I mean, it'd be a great honor for me to do that. And of all the artists that he could have asked, right, he asked me. So that was really
Wow.
cool.
Yeah.
And so, you know, it's just, I think that those kind of things are like he's saying, you know, you want to do different things and put an album together. Like I'm putting an album together right now and we're trying to pick the right songs. And, you know, so you get ideas as you're
Sure.
doing the albums, like, wait, well, let's do this collab with somebody or let's do this.
It's kind of like baking a cake. You get 1 layer, 2 layers, like just one more layer, make it better. Okay, cherry on top would be better.
Right.
Okay, a candle would be better. And so you're never done as an artist. And I think that's one of the reasons why it takes so long for an artist, especially an artist that's been around for a long time. Because I remember in the beginning, I couldn't wait to release. It's like, man, when they hear this, they're gonna go crazy. When I wrote Lost in Love, you know what I'm saying? And I couldn't wait. But as you get older, your standards change a little bit, and when you want to hit them, you want to hit them hard and perfect and all of that. So it's a little bit of a complex, you know.
Yeah, and I feel like your music is really standing the test of time, and
And
even
that's another reason, Angelica, because I have a catalog that sustains me.
Mm-hmm.
Like people are still discovering "You Could Tell Your Lies" and the song's 20 years old.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And so I'm
That
sure that
happens.
happens as well.
Yeah, that happens because you've got people that hear, oh, I didn't know that was out, and it's been out
Exactly.
for years, right? So you got different hits that have been out, Palomita Blanca, Cruz De Madera, and things like that. And oh, you're the one that recorded, yeah. We were
Yeah.
I was the original, right? Because there's been a lot of artists that have recorded it
Yeah.
since then, but I did it back in '95, so it's like I was in my 20s back then, so it's like and people hear it now and they're like, well, oh, this is the first band who played it.
Yeah.
It wasn't like that, but that's the way it is.
yeah. Oh, go
I
ahead.
love the fact that the catalog keeps us alive.
Yeah.
It gets us a bunch of bookings, a bunch of shows, and concerts are already full anyway. The concerts are packing and cracking,
Yeah. No, I've been to so many of your shows. I was just telling him off camera, I said, I don't even think you see me, but I'm on stage. I was there at the Atalanta show.
Thank you.
I love your entrance. The crowd goes crazy with the Mexican
Yeah,
flag.
yeah, I've seen it. When I saw him in Dallas, and I saw the young crowd, they were singing all these songs. I'm like, man, it's
Thank God
Yeah,
that we've been
yeah.
able to capture the younger audiences, and it continues. It continues.
yeah, and that's how you stay alive with
Exactly.
the younger crowd, because
Because
they're gonna keep
I'm not gonna, I'm not, without sounding disrespectful, as you get older as a consumer, you have other things to worry about. You got bills, you got sicknesses, health, medical, your parents, and so it's the kids that are the ones that are going to the concerts. The kids are the ones
Yeah.
spending the money to go to the concerts, and so that's the way I see it too.
Oh, that's a good point.
Is you have to be able to get newer generations to continue to have longevity.
Yeah,
For sure. And that
Definitely.
sounds harder than I'm sure that it actually is.
Social media is magic.
Oh, yeah,
It
yeah.
is. It
yeah.
really
Nowadays, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you are actually using social media to the fullest. I saw you doing like a Art LeBeau-esque kind of TikTok.
Yes, I love social media. It works for me. It helps me stay in touch with my fans, all of
Okay.
them, the older and the younger,
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. No.
It definitely works, because nowadays it's TikTok and Instagram, and I think TikTok's the top one, right?
Oh, yeah.
Right now, so definitely, man, the crowd wants to stay connected with with the artist, and so
I saw a contest that you were doing that I thought was a great idea. You were giving away a trip to your show in Las Vegas.
right to Las Vegas.
All
yeah.
expense paid trip.
Yeah, yeah.
That's amazing. That's a great idea.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, we're gonna be there. What is it? The 11th of July at the Fremont Country Club. So we're doing that giveaway, right? We were actually shooting some stuff, some content yesterday for that as well, right?
That's awesome.
So it works. I mean, it takes the artist right to the fan right here on their phone, right? And they check it out and they're like,
Completes the connection.
yeah.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, no, direct to consumer now is like where it's at right now.
Yeah, for sure.
Directly. Yeah, so you did Art LeBeau kind of inspire the I saw you were doing like dedications and stuff.
Because I'm a fan of Art LeBeau and because our raza loves dedications. And it's not just the Chicano, because the Mexicans too. When you call the Mexican radio, un saludazo para el compa de Michoacán. Le encantan los saludos a la raza,
Yeah.
And so that dedication, shout outs, that's part of our culture. People just to get their name mentioned,
Yeah.
it's special. And so Art LeBeau did it on an amazing level. I feel like he was my padrino because not only did he inspire me on the radio with the songs he played, he supported my music and he put me on his concerts and we became such good friends, And so I love Art LeBeau. I tell people that he's like my Nino,
I'm sure he felt the same way about you, and you have been in the industry for so many years, and
Yeah.
we actually did an interview. Again, I got to bring up my old magazine. I bring it
Right.
up like almost every interview. Thank God that I'm still able to tap in with the artists that worked with me 15 years ago. And
Congratulations for standing the test of time too, Angelica,
Right.
because it's not easy. It's not easy, especially in the format that you're doing,
yeah, a little bit of journalistic, angle. But, I was gone for like 8 years. I had the magazine and then it went out. The internet took over.
Oh, yeah.
And I got a corporate job. I was working at an ad agency.
I see.
But I'm happy now that we're back here. We're focused on YouTube and people are really gravitating towards it again.
When it's organic, people feel it.
Yeah. So Latin affiliated. We had MC Magic. He blessed
Yeah.
our magazine.
Look at that.
If you're a member, you could read
said
it.
that was '06.
Yeah.
That's the year my Magic City album came out. That's the year that All My Life, Sexy Lady, You Could Tell Your Lies, Ya No Quiero Llorar, Sin Ti. That's the album that had all those songs.
I mean, you
I
got
had a
so
lot
many
to prove.
hits. Yeah. You got so many hits. And like you were saying too, like there's a picture in this magazine where he's holding, if you go to his shows, you know exactly what we're talking about, the entrance he does with both flags. And he said that '06 was the first year that you started doing USA.
Yeah, that's important to me because, like, imagine if I went to see an artist and they're from, digamos que son de Korea,
Yes.
okay, and they take the stage in America with the Korean flag. Americans are gonna be like, what is? It's just weird to me, not paying homage to. You know how there's an old saying that says, "It's not where you're from, it's where you're at." And so I'm from Mexico, but America's my country. That's the country that gave me my career, my social security, my benefits, my welfare when I needed it. So I have to represent both flags. Otherwise, it's disrespect to where I'm at.
Right.
Yeah. It's a perfect segue to Pocho.
Ooh, man, I love that record. Did you check out Pocho?
Oh yeah, it was cool, man.
Yeah, it's a great record.
Man.
I love those guys. Shout out to Coyote. We love Pocho.
Yes, we love Coyote.
So it's all.
So how did that happen? Let us
You know
give us
what?
the background on that.
I'm really active on social media, like you said, and I saw that those guys were doing good stuff. And I just gave them a few likes, a free repost, and I sent them a message saying, "You guys are dope. Congratulations." And you know, obviously, Guapo, he don't play. He's like, "Oh yeah, well, let's prove it. Where's the collab?" I'm like, "Send me something." And he did. He sent it. And the day I heard it, I'm like, "Okay, he wants some talk box on it." I put the talk box on it. They took it back to the lab, and boom, when it came out with Mario Lopez, with Concrete and everybody, I was like, "Hey,
That was pretty legendary.
winner." I love that record
Yeah,
because it says so much too.
it really does.
The fact that it's a message for us pochos, the people that don't speak Spanish the best, you know.
Right.
And so I'm really proud of that record.
Yeah, we did interview them. They were on our show, and he did talk about a little bit about you guys making that. And he said that the way they put in your part too was very much like they thought of it like a Kanye kind of song, where they decided to change the beat when you
Changed the whole mood.
Yeah.
It changed the whole mood of the record. And one of the biggest compliments to me, and because I write love songs and it's all about the heart and this and that, there was a few comments that said when the MC Magic part came on Pocho, it brought a tear to my eye. See, come on now. When you
Right?
touch somebody's heart.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
And so
That's
I
what
love
it's
that.
about.
I
Now,
love that.
you guys are doing a lot of collabs. And like you were saying, you were out there in Texas. So you are from Texas.
Yeah, I'm from Texas. Mi familia es de Chihuahua, no? So, but I'm from Texas.
Shout out Chihuahua.
Yeah. And so I was born and raised Texas. Pretty much, and my dad was, the rancho, no? So we worked on the farms. And I mean, I drove John Deere tractors at 10 years old. We worked the fields, we, all the fruits. And I mean, you name it, we had it.
Farming.
Me and my brother used to sell, door to door. We would sell watermelons, cantaloupes, black eyed peas. We sold, and if we weren't doing that, my dad always had us working, right? So if we weren't doing that, we were cutting grass, right? Door to door. Hey, you want your grass cut? If we weren't doing that, we were in the fields,
Yeah.
chopping cotton and
Hustling.
so always working, right? My dad always had us working. So when he had the idea of starting a band, we were like, yes, we're not gonna have to work.
Oh, like Selena.
But
More work.
yeah, but because I think that everything happens, everything aligns, like you're saying, right?
yeah.
I think we had to do all that work and to be able to appreciate what we have now, right? Is we worked and we played many years in just little clubs, and I think it was like probably, because I started when I was probably with my dad, 13, 14 years old, right? I would sing with him at home, ahí, con la guitarra y la música, like at 8 years old. But when I started playing with him, I was probably 13, 14. So we were really young, and he had us out there playing. We wanted to play, football, whatever. And he's like, no, vamos a la tocada, no? And we're going to play from Wednesday to Sunday. And so that's what we did, And And, you know, I loved it because I was always with my dad. Ahí estaba pegado con él siempre when he sacaba su guitarra. He's always been that way till today. Like, he is una persona que le gusta la música y que alegre y que... So, él siempre tenía su guitarra, so I would sing with him. And we were always... And that's how I got started in the music. But we did all this other work before, right? And even before I really made it, me and my brother would work in construction, right? We did all un saludo para toda la raza de la construcción, right? Because we did all that work. I remember we would play on the weekends and come back, and the boss, we had a great boss, he would be like, I know you guys are tired, so go over there to that floor and go to sleep there and don't let people see you, and then wake up when you're when you're rested, right? So, you know, we had to do that. I remember we had a van and a trailer, and the guys would pick us up on the weekends right by the construction site. Y vámonos a la tocada, right? So there was a lot of that, and it took a lot of work, but that's how I got kind of started in the music. I think the last thing I was doing was plumbing, right? I was an apprentice plumber, and I was playing it. That's when I went to record. Actually, cuando grabé La Cruz De Madera, that album, right, I was like, man, if it don't happen, I don't know if I'm going to go another year, right? But so it was because it was a lot of, you know, we had a van and it broke down and the motor went out.
Did you know Cruz De Madera was going to be such a big hit?
No, and I had un primo mío. There was another grupo Tejano that recorded it in Texas, and we were playing at the bars at the time, and my cousin said, hey, there's a song out, se llama Cruz De Madera. If you do it your style with accordion, I think it'll work. And
That's
I said,
dope.
Yeah, and I remember hearing it in the radio with Rubén Ramos, right? Tejano. And then I heard it, nada que ver, right? And so we practiced it. I remember practicing it when we were going to go play in a club, you know, so una cruz de madera. And we started playing it in that bar, and we would play there every 2 weeks, right? So we'd go back, and then people started going like, hey, una cruz de madera, right? Without knowing then that we already had a gym, right? It's like, well, we got something here, but we didn't know any better. I mean, I think I was probably 19, 20, 21. So we didn't know any better, right? And so... But that's how Cruz de Madera, we started playing it in the bars, and people started asking for that song.
I love that song, man.
But, you know, and then we recorded it, and it came out, it just kind of blew up. But, you know, after a while, you start learning, and you're like, well, you know, you hear the song, and you're like, well, yeah, you know, that's what, lo que quiere la raza, no se muere, nada de lujos, you just want una Cruz de Madera, you know, y una fiesta. And so, you know, definitely was a song that touched all the Hispanic community, toda la raza, no, se prendió con esa canción. So, like in the United States and Mexico también, toda la raza por allá también la pide. And so it's like, it was great to have a song that strong, you know.
Yeah, it's a blessing when you have a song that catapults you.
Yeah.
It really is.
So did you start touring in Mexico with it, or?
No, it was first in the United States. What was crazy is that when it came out, I was with a label there. It was called Joy Records at the time, right? They don't exist anymore. But the owner had his goal was to break me into the Tejano market, right? Tejano market, right?
Okay.
So I was like, well, lo mío es norteño, no acordeón. No, but we're gonna break in the Tejano market. So we hit all the radios of the Tejano market, right? We did, of course, los radio mexicanos también, but we did Tejano. So that's why it's kind of a, what is it, like a blessing, but not, right? Because you're like, well, now they categorize me Tejano, but I think it's because
it's good music.
Yeah, they broke, yeah. They broke me into the market, right? So then everybody was like, pues, Marco Salgado, he's our Tejano artist, right? But I'm glad to be able to be in the Mercado Mexicano, like the Mercado Tejano, you know, and whoever likes it. Like I do country too now, right? So I'm doing country, and so, you know, I mean, como dicen, un buen gallo en cualquier gallinero canta, right? So you're like, you know, you try to hit different things, and I recorded a song. It's called Honky Tonks and Cantinas, right? That was my first country song. I was kind of nervous because I had never done country. I always told the labels, hey, I want to do country, you know, and they're like, no, we want accordion, right?
Is it in English?
Yeah, it's in English.
Oh, okay.
And I did in 2012 when I went on my own, right, with my label. And I said, you know what, I'm going to do country on my own. So a friend of mine said, I told him, hey, I want to do country because he was kind of in the country scene. I said, but I want to do it, you know, like Nashville, steel guitar and the whole thing, right? And he said, okay, yeah. And when he put the song together, I was like amazed on the production because Nashville's like, they do a really good job, right? And so then I tracked the voice in San Antonio, sent it back, came out, and I was kind of nervous, like, oh, the people are going to accept it. I do accordion. And now, I mean, the song did really well. I think right now it's got, what does it got, about 3 million views.
That's amazing.
About 3 million views a song. And we put the song, actually we put a video out like years later. We put it out in 2012 and we did a video, what was it, 2010? No, it was 20, it was years later. I can't remember the exact, he's trying to tell me here. 2022. We put out the video for that song in 2022, 10 years later, and it still like does really well on the YouTube.
It keeps going.
So, I just, right now I've kind of done a little bit I did like an EP con mariachi, recordando a los grandes, because, Vicente just recently passed, and so I wanted to do something recordando sus canciones. And so grabé de mariachi. And so I'll do accordion music at my shows, and then toward the end I'll do a country song, and then I'll end with Acá Entre Nos, right? So, it's a little different, pero la raza se prende, you do a little bit, because it's crazy. Wherever we've gone to different shows, puede ser bailes mexicanos, and somebody will be like, hey, honky tonk cantinas, right? So they want a country song, so I'll do country. But, I kind of always end with the mariachi, but toda la raza le encanta, ¿no? Acá Entre Nos. So, but I did Aquellos Ojitos Verdes, different stuff from Antonio Aguilar también, no? And so I just kind of, now we got this great collab going with MC Magic. So, it's just.
It brought it down to this right now.
Yeah, man.
I got to tell you, I got to watch Michael perform the day that we met in Dallas, Texas. Mm-hmm. And just to be out front, to hear him sing live and the passion in his voice.
There's nothing like a live show, man.
It just touches your heart.
You blew me away.
I was out front, bro. When you performed,
oh, really?
I was out front. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, because a lot of people want to be backstage at concerts.
Yeah.
And backstage is the worst place to hear a concert.
Right.
I watched you front row for sure. Yeah, front row is better.
And so I went out front, and just to hear Michael singing and his voice just coming through like, it was touching my heart. And I said, I got to get a song with Mike. I got to,
Oh, yeah, that'll make you a super fan, seeing the live
Yeah, I mean, it's the same with him. When I sang with the flags and everything, it was like, and just the crowd interaction was like crazy. I was like, wow.
Amen.
Very impressed.
Gracias a Dios.
Yeah, man. So Para Siempre. I feel like Latinos, we really can be versatile. And like you were saying, it's just good music, the collaborations that are happening. And bringing songs back and redoing them. And kind of like what you did for Lost in Love. Like you guys put a music video out, right? Like,
recently, yeah. And actually, let me tell you, Lost in Love, I recorded it originally in 1990. And then I finally, then I finally got to put it on my first CD in 95, right? And then it got popular outside of Arizona when Upstairs Records released it as Nasty Boy Click in 98. And so the song has had a lot of life. Now, back in 2020, I got a call from Steve Villegas. Matter of fact, how am I forgetting his name? My homie, the actor, Hector from all the movies.
Oh, Noel
G. So Noel G hit me up and he says, Magic, I got a friend named Steve Villegas that wants to, he has something he wants to show you. And so he loved the song so much growing up. Now Steve Villegas is an actor. He's got shows on Netflix and
he's
Hollywood.
on SWAT.
He's on SWAT, right? So Steve Villegas decided to make a music video because he said this Lost in Love record that I love so much, it's never had a music video. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
And so he produced it and he sent it to me. He goes, bro, I hope you like it.
Wow. So he made the video.
He made it for me as a gift.
Without you even seeing it.
Wow.
Ridiculous, right?
You inspired him, man.
And so when I see a comment on that video from someone in Arizona, my home state, that says, look at this vato, such a good song, and he went to do the video in LA. I'm like, if you only knew! If you only knew! You know what I'm saying? Like, man, it burns my heart.
That's crazy.
Man.
That's how deep it is.
For sure.
That's how deep it is. And so he made the whole music. It's at 5 million views, baby.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And it's open to a new generation now.
Yes, the new generations discover it and love it. And sometimes you can't pay attention to the comments because they only know what they know.
For sure.
Yeah, yeah,
Only
yeah.
know what they know, and a lot of times people have a short mind, a short intelligence, and short reasoning, and so to fight with the comments is something I don't do. Delete and block is my favorite situation.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, we had a conversation with Be Real about that too, you know, and like he was saying how he does ignore them now, but in the beginning, you know, it is a little jarring when you start coming into being more out there.
Yeah.
You know, for me having a YouTube channel now, and but if you're getting people talking, you know, that you just
Good or bad.
Yeah, you're right. It's like dirt under your nails. Sometimes you like it, sometimes you don't.
They're like, don't look at the comments, right?
depending on what day
I mean, there was-
it is for me.
Yeah,
I'm like that too. Like, I mean, I used to be like that when people used to write stuff. I mean, I tried to, say it, I wasn't like just turn them up, but I would say, hey, well, this and this and this. And, if you got nothing good to say, don't say nothing at all. And,
Right.
Yeah.
and stuff like that. But so I just kind of stopped. Like,
I used to say God bless him, and I say may God educate him.
yeah. Kill them
Yeah,
with
Alex
kindness.
tells me just leave him alone because pretty soon your fans will start defending you.
That's true. That's true.
And
I
that's
like when
happened.
that happens, when you got your little army that comes after everyone. That's what happened to Jay Roxxx. A little girl that I signed to my label, she was getting a few negative comments, but then her fan base came swarming. And people are just, I'm just not going to leave Jay Roxxx any negative comments.
Heck
'Cause
yeah.
They eat them alive,
Yeah. No, everybody's got an opinion, So that's all good. We're out here. And speaking of that, make sure you comment, like, subscribe if you haven't already. So you guys are going to go on another podcast today, right?
Today we have another podcast.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
got a TV show a little later today. And sometime we'll have time for some food today.
Yeah, and Big D's on his way over here. Oh, okay. So you guys did a TV show
Yeah.
earlier, and we were talking about how. So whose idea was it? Was it the show? The show made you guys lip sync?
Well, let me tell you this. TV shows, they don't have time for a second take. They don't have time for let's go do it again because your microphone wasn't on. So they prefer to just play the track, and they call it playback. They do the playback, and you pretend you're singing. It looks good to the majority of the people, but then there is those that'll say, "Ese güey estaba lip syncing," and so. Me, I'm not used to that because I perform live. You've been to my shows.
Yeah.
I do the lyrics live. Even if I mess them up, at least they know that it's real.
Yeah, true.
And I'm sure Michael's the same way. So we had a little toughness today trying to stay on with the woo, solo para mi raza.
Yeah.
We have ad-libs in the song.
Right.
And then it's
Oh,
the
yeah.
first time that we perform it on a TV program. So, it's part of the business.
You're like, you got to stay close to the mic.
Yeah, it's part of the business. You just gotta hug the mic and pretend
Right,
you really are singing. But I'm not a lip syncer, y'all. Y'all want to call me, Britney Spears or Milli Vanilli? You can, but no. That's why
Yeah, I
it's
mean,
hard for me.
TV's a little different. Yeah, they usually use playback, and you don't do live vocals because something could happen probably. And so
Yeah.
so it's like we do some talking and we do some talking in the song. So you just got to catch the right. Hey, ¿qué onda, raza? And so stuff like that. But I think it's gonna get better as we go.
It will. Yeah. When I do ad libs in the song where I'm going bzzz or woo or come on, raza, it's hard to ad lib that and be
For
right
sure.
on track
Oh,
when
yeah.
you're lip syncing.
I mean,
it's
I
just
don't know, but
that's
I
just
can
the
imagine.
nature of.
I was telling him that I was hearing the song over and over, right, to know where to talk and where to. I'm like, okay, I did the accordion here, so I'm gonna say this. So yeah, because that's TV. Like it's when you're gigging, where you're live. So the only thing that I play back is my track when I do country, right? Because I don't do like a full country band right now, but that's when I do. But I do vocal live, right?
Vocals are
and
always
so
live,
yeah, and sometimes you have trouble with the track too, right? So you're like, hey, what happened, right? But
Yeah.
but so yeah, TV's a little
It is. It's challenging.
yeah,
It's challenging, but we got through it,
yeah.
and we'll do it again tonight.
Yeah. So you guys are going on another TV
Going
show?
back
Yeah,
to
yeah,
another
yeah.
to another television program today.
Yeah.
Just doing a little bit of press,
Yeah.
so people know that Para Siempre is out.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Great song, y'all check it out.
Yeah, the music video is cool. I saw the music video, so make sure you go check out that music video on YouTube, Para Siempre. Any new music, you guys? I mean, you got so much new music you're dropping. But again, so you were out in Texas.
Filming a video.
What's happening with Mexican OT?
Listen, let me tell you guys this. The Mexican OT, that Mexican OT and me have 3 songs together.
Damn.
We have 3 songs together. Two of them have already the music videos done and edited. And when I hit you guys with those 3 records, it's going to blow your wig off.
Oh, damn.
Yes, they're hard. I love them.
So I saw Bash on the set.
Yeah, Bash came out to support because we filmed in Houston.
Okay.
Shout out to D Green Films and my brother Baby Bash. He said, "Magic, you're gonna be in Houston. I got to take you to get papados." That's his thing. He loves to take people to get
I saw
alligator.
him. He was eating. Is it the alligator?
He loves alligator.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Did
Yeah,
you do
yeah.
that?
They do the
I
alligator.
don't.
what
I'm
is
not.
it?
I'm not a seafood guy.
Okay, but
not a seafood
alligator is
guy.
like swamp.
It tastes like chicken.
Yeah, that's what they say.
It does.
Okay.
You gotta try it because me too. I was like, nah, I don't know, but I had it and it was like, man, it's pretty good. Papados for seafood is pretty much
Premier.
in a commercial here.
Yeah.
No, they're really good as far as for Texas. Papados is a place to go for seafood if you like
Bash
seafood,
loves
right?
to take everybody to Papados. That's his
Yeah,
spot.
I saw it on his story.
Yep, he loves that alligator, man.
That's insane.
Good taste, baby dip.
So he took Coyote out there, and of course they talked about doing a collab together too. So Coyote and Baby Bash.
Oh, that's fire.
I'm sure that's gonna be probably not my business to tell it, but I'm sure it's gonna be coming.
That's all good. Let
I
him
talked to
know.
Coyote to do a collab too. Also,
You got to do
with
it.
me, right?
You got to do it. Let's
All
get
these
them.
crossovers
man.
happening. You
Yeah.
guys can just do it all, man. You guys-
Yeah, I'm not afraid of anything. I mean, if you ask me the perfect collab, who would you pick to do the perfect collab with? Well, my number one would be he's already passed away, but in a perfect world would be Juan Gabriel. Juan Gabriel would be my ultimate collab, and then secondly, it'd be Sade. I absolutely love Sade. You know,
Is she retired? I feel like she's retired or something.
I've been hearing through the grapevine that she does have a new album and tour coming.
Okay.
And that's a ticket that me and my wife will buy and go see. Is Sade.
Nice.
And so yeah, we love Sade. She just so her music touches her heart, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just beautiful. And of course Juan Gabriel, you know, el divo de toda la música
Yeah.
ever. He's
Right.
legendary.
A lot of great songs.
Yeah, my mom used to rock him.
Querida,
Yeah.
Right.
Oh my god.
must.
I mean, what
love
mariachi
that
does not do Juan Gabriel?
Right.
They all have to.
Yeah.
Amor
yeah.
Eterno? Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually did one of his songs, My Style. I'm trying to remember. Probablemente ya de ti
De mí te has
olvidado.
olvidado.
Yeah, I did that one como.
Ooh, I just to think
Yeah.
about it, it gets me high.
Yeah, I did that song some years back. More like a ranchera, right? But I recorded great song. Yeah, he's got a lot of.
I'm gonna go play it today. I have to.
Yeah, that's what
Is
I was
it on
just
Spotify?
thinking.
Yeah.
I gotta hear it.
I was just-
I love that.
Probablemente ya.
I'll be spinning one.
Let me give me a little taste of it. Let's see.
Well, let me see if I remember. Probablemente ya de ti.
De mí te
De
has
mí te has olvidado.
Y mientras tanto yo.
Mientras tanto yo te seguiré esperando. Y de no
no he
volver
querido ir.
para ver si algún día quieras tú volver. Me encuentres todavía. It's been a while. I haven't sung it, but
Yeah.
yeah, but I do it like ranchera, right? It's like
Man,
that feel,
I
you
love
know.
JG,
So
baby.
Yeah, yeah.
some good
Rest in
stuff
peace.
there, and
Yeah, it's amazing.
Descansa en paz, Juan Gabriel. You spinning-
I mean, I got to get my bucket list right. I guess Ramon, you know, I got to do the
You
collab.
did get a good work.
You know,
that's
so
a big one.
yeah, so it's like that's for me it was like that day I was like freaking out, right? Like I was like, man, it's an honor, right, to be able to somebody that I've looked up to all my life, all my career. He's a big inspiration for me since I was a kid, you know, and so to be able to get that call and say, hey, can you do my song? You know,
He's singing el corrido de Ramon Ayala.
Wow.
That's his voice. That's
Yeah,
amazing.
it's
That's a big honor, bro.
yeah, it's. I mean, if I don't do anything else, I mean, I've done that, right? So
Yeah,
That's it.
that's true.
it's great.
Man, it's crazy how you guys can just manifest stuff and like bring things to fruition. And I feel like you guys are doing that for
Yeah.
other people.
A lot of people like to say they manifest, but you know, I learned the other day that manifesting really comes from the word that man can do anything. So I'd rather say Godifest.
Right?
Mm,
Amen.
Me?
Godspeed.
Yeah.
because
Well,
we.
yeah, because without, he's the one that paves the way, and
Come on now,
it just,
God is real, man.
gotta fest. Let's gotta fest that, baby. Let's go.
Hey, I got
I
MC
like
Magic
that.
here.
Yeah.
And he brought a special guest. So for sure, we're blessed today.
We are blessed. We are blessed.
Yeah, and I've had Big D's. You've had the same manager for like
Me and Big D been together for 20,
20
21
I
or
still
22
have
years.
his business card. Like
The old one.
I never let it go. I always knew. I was like, I
You're
need
like,
to
this fool ain't changed his number in 20 years.
for sure.
Yeah,
I've moved and I just still have his card. It's just like I would never lose that
Don't
card.
lose that.
If I remember correctly, let me refresh me if I'm wrong, but I think I met you in the city of Tucson, Arizona.
Yes.
Yeah.
You did. Yes, you did.
got a good memory.
Yeah.
How many years back was that?
It was at least, well, according to this, 17 years.
17 years
18
back.
years.
Yeah. Yeah, I do remember you were hanging out with R-Dub.
Shout out.
You know why I remember? Because I thought, damn, R-Dub got him a hottie. That's why I remember.
Oh my God. Hey, what is he doing? He's like traveling the world now. It's like crazy.
God
He's
bless
like
R-Dub.
out in like Afghanistan. I'm
Yeah.
like, dude, you need to get your butt back in the U.S.
All over the
I don't know
place,
what you're
huh?
thinking. Do you know who R-Dub is?
Not really.
Okay, so he was big in radio, right?
Yes.
Did you see him on Shark Tank?
No, I didn't.
He tried to pitch-
I did see the
What?
clip. I
He
did see the
tried
clip.
to
You're right.
pitch his own show on
was on
Shark
there,
Tank.
He wanted
That
Shark Tank
was-
to give him $1
that
million.
was such
They told
promo.
him no.
That was just him getting promo. There's no way any of the guys were going to invest in that, right?
R-Dub's a hustler.
He sure is. I wanted him to give me a job
Uh-huh.
back then, and he had
So
told
you weren't his hottie.
no,
Damn, Dub, you lost out. Where's Dub?
No. And I still talk to him. What's his name? Randy.
Randy.
His real name is
Randy Williams.
Randy.
R-Dub.
But yeah, shout out to RW. That's hilarious that you remember that.
You had forgot.
Yes, I totally
That
forgot.
happens to me a lot of times too. Someone brings up a memory and then it sparks my memory.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh damn, I had forgot that day. You know.
Takes you back.
And so you've never heard of RW?
No, I don't think so.
R-Dub didn't play Tejano
I
music.
tell you, my world was mainly Ramon y los Relámpagos and that stuff.
And RW was AZ, right? He was
Yeah,
like
yeah.
Yeah, but ask him if he knows who Johnny Canales is.
Of course, right? But
Yeah.
my thing was more Ramon, country. Like I knew a lot of country stuff, right? I mean, I lived on a farm, right? So drove down there tractors. So
Yeah.
You tell me about, Merle Haggard, George Jones, and
So were you around Selena? I
No,
hate to
I never
ask
got
you
to.
that.
I never got to meet her. When I started with Cruz De Madera, we were gonna go play. Like it was yesterday. We were gonna play in the valley, and we're going down the road, and the radio comes on. They're like, "Oh, we have an announcement to make," and Selena's been shot. And so never got to meet her. Like I probably, we probably would have done several shows now
Yeah.
had
I
she
can
been alive,
imagine.
but I never got to meet her. It's like I was starting my career when that happened to her, so it just we kind of like
Yeah, she had a very short career, I feel like.
yeah.
When you think about the impact that she's made at her young 25 years of age, it's almost like her and Tupac did the same thing in different genres.
Yes.
And then like I
Yes.
hear the songs that she came out in English, I was like, man, she would have been like
Oh, man.
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, Selena.
Queen, La Reina, for sure. Rest
Yeah.
in peace. It's no one.
But that's kind of what it was. We were barely starting out. We were gonna play in the valley in Texas, and we heard it on the radio. So it was like, never got to do anything. It was kind of, bitter because it's like, man, we never got to do anything together.
Imagine that.
Yeah. And so you said you were managing a couple of artists as well.
Not managing, but I've signed to my label a young artist named Jay Roxxx. Not
What's
sure.
her sound like?
She sings. We sing a song together called Princesa.
Okay.
She goes, Yo soy tu princesa, tú eres mi loco. Really, really a sweet song. And actually, the song was originally a talk box song that I released on Magic City Part 2 back in '08.
Okay.
When I met her, she said, "Oh my God, I love your song, Princesa." I says, "We'll re-record it with your voice," and it just became a big hit for us
Dang.
in 2020. And so, yeah, Jay Roxxx works with our label, with Nasty Boy Records. And of course, my son, Antonio Cardenas.
Yeah, your son, man. He's dope.
Yeah, I love what he's doing, and I'm really encouraging him, and we're supporting him. And I think when the world really discovers him, we're going to have a big monster.
I was blown away, man, because you brought him out in Adelanto.
Yes.
And I was like, what? And everybody was like, because I had talked to Cici Valencia, and she was like, girl, you never seen him perform. And I was like, because I was like, she was like, where have you been at? I was like, I know. But yeah, he was amazing. He's amazing.
Thank you very much. It means a lot to me. I have 3 sons, and my youngest is the one decided to follow his pop's footsteps in the music industry. So here we go. You guys check out Antonio Cardenas on all platforms, music videos, TikTok, Drip Drop. We everywhere, baby. They've talked about it, and they've actually done some TikToks together. But right now we haven't got one in the can. I know Jay Roxxx is a huge fan of Triple X Tentacion, and that's why she's got 3 X's in her name.
Oh, rest in peace.
Yeah, rest in peace, Triple X. And so they're doing a Triple X Tentacion tribute concert in San Diego.
Wow.
And Antonio and Jay Roxxx are going together.
Oh, wow.
To that concert. I think it's next week.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, so cool. I'm sure their collaboration will come about soon.
Do you think Triple X Extension had any ties to the Mexican culture? I'm curious why she's such a huge fan of him.
I think she was matter of fact, I know she was a huge fan because she was like an emo type girl, kept to herself in grade school and in high school, and he was kind of like on that tip. He would cater to that audience. But it doesn't have anything to do with race. I mean, because Triple X Tentacion did English songs, Spanish songs, and different types of styles or genres. But he was from Miami, that I know about. So he's from the East Coast, and that's not really a Mexican area. I mean, right now the whole world's being taken over by Mexican music, right? but when it comes to hip hop, over there's a whole different Latin sound than we have on the West Coast.
Yeah,
for sure.
But yeah, she just loves Triple X, and I think she's got a couple of tattoos in honor of him and all this and that. And so they're going to that concert. But she's a real artist. Some people pretend to be. She's a real artist. It's really in her blood.
That's dope that you recognize that. XX Extension, also another young one.
Yeah, he went really young too. I think
that
he
made
was
an
like 24, 22.
Made an impact.
Yeah, he did a lot with his few years. Yeah.
For sure. And you guys are so blessed to just have this amazing career.
Well, and me as well, like MC is, I've got my son, the youngest of my kids, because my son Mike and Katrina, they're more kind of with me on the road and managing, booking things. So my younger son, of the oldest, right? Because I got 2 little girls, right? But my youngest son Andy, well, he wants getting the music involved too. We're going to be releasing one of his songs here pretty soon under Zurdo Records as well. So, he likes the new style that's out right now too, it's the new movimiento con las guitarras and all that stuff, right? But he's going to be cutting a cumbia real soon as well. And so he's the one that kind of wanted to get involved in the music as well, right? So doing that and trying to get that record ready and the different collabs that we're doing now. We're also going to do that show that you were talking about, right, in Vegas, where we're doing that at the Fremont Country Club and doing some different shows that we've got lined up for this year. But a lot of stuff going on for now. Shoot.
So you guys are planning on doing multiple shows?
This is our first time that we're actually performing this song together, but I think we will be on a couple of shows. He didn't tell me yet, but Katrina told me that it would be dope if I came out to their Vegas show to perform Para Siempre live.
It would be.
With him. And let's do it.
It would be.
Let's do it. I mean, if the date is open, I'm there.
All right.
For sure.
He said it here. Oh.
Yeah, you heard it here first. So go get your tickets. Where can they go buy tickets for that?
MichaelSalgado.com.
Okay.
Check it out, guys.
July 11th in Vegas.
Fremont Coliseum Country Club.
That's awesome. It's gonna be a good show. Club. Vegas is always a good time anyway.
Oh yeah. I mean,
I have a 3-day rule over there. By the 3rd day, I better be gone.
Sure.
I stayed there. Me and my wife stayed there for 7 days, and we got back home, and I was like, So what do we do now?
How do you top
Yeah,
that?
it takes you in like it's
How do you
crazy.
top 7 days in Vegas?
It was a little much.
Yeah, I think it's
yeah.
too much.
So you guys are both living in, or you stay in Arizona?
I live in Phoenix, Arizona.
Okay.
And I'm in San Antonio, Texas.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was happy we could get you guys in today,
Thanks.
here.
And I'm glad that you followed my music for so many years, that you have this magazine from 17 years ago. It means a lot, but it also it fills me up with happiness to see that, los de antes still remember, and the new ones are still down. It's magic. It's magic.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
It's super beautiful.
And you thought I forgot about you.
I did. Well, I mean, I can't imagine how many people you meet,
Yeah,
all the
yeah.
time. And like I said, I'll be at your shows. If you're in LA, usually I'm there. Like,
Okay.
I think you did a show with Sikan, or maybe it was Baby Bash. I mean, I know you're always doing shows with Baby Bash and Little
Yeah,
Rob.
Bash and Rob.
And a lot
Little
of
Rob.
times I'm there. And I'm just like on,
You're just hiding out.
yeah, I'm just there
You're
to party.
incognito.
Yeah,
Josh
you're
already knows, like, because
You're in the back.
I'm just like, hey, you're just gonna pull up,
That's awesome.
And
That's awesome.
but I just like to watch you guys perform and stuff.
Thank you for helping us to continue to grow not only the catalog but the new music as well.
Yeah.
Because that's really important, and we appreciate that.
No,
I mean, we do it out of love. We love music. I love music. You know what I'm saying?
you have to love it in order
Yeah,
to.
and that's how to do it. So music is love. Love is love.
Yeah, no, it's exciting. I feel like I'm seeing so many of these new collaborations, but it's
collaborations.
just
Yeah.
like crazy.
There's no rules anymore. You could be country. You could be gangster rap. You could be Sade.
yeah.
Let's do a collab.
For sure.
Let's get Lil Wayne and Sade on the track right quick.
Yeah. No, I think that's true.
And I think the ones that enjoy it the most are the fans, because you
Of course.
kind of bring everybody together and the different genres.
Yeah,
Right?
because Texas has always been a great market for me and my catalog. But now that I'm working with Michael, who's very well known in Texas, I see the comments are coming up. They're like, MC Magic is dope, but I came to see this video for Michael Salgado because I love and that gives me joy too. That if you enjoy any part of it, let's
Yeah.
go. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
We're here to build on one.
Yeah, no, music is universal, and so we're for sure like breaking a lot of
Barriers, yeah.
ceilings. Latinos, I feel like, I'm biased, but we could do it. We could do it all.
Querer es poder.
That's true.
Right.
Querer es poder. And, congratulations with your podcast.
Thank
Continued
you.
success. I mean, whatever you need from us, just let us
Thank you.
know.
Yeah, for
Thank
sure.
you, thank you. It's going up, man. Like we've had so many great guests. So you guys really are on the bucket list. We had Be Real on last episode.
Yeah.
So and then we had another girl, a muralist, beautiful artist. And so she's real well known out here in LA.
Nice.
So getting you here was just like amazing.
Yeah.
So shout out to Big D.
Shout out to Big D and
Yeah.
Tony Roxxx, because them
Yeah,
fools,
Mr. Tony.
them fools work.
Tony's in the building.
you.
They work
You know,
hard
you-
behind the scenes.
Tony Roxxx doesn't know, but I know who he is. So shout out to Tony Roxxx. He is definitely in the building. I know he was managing Jenny 69 too. No?
I was working with her. Yeah, I'm still
Okay,
working something
okay.
with her. Yeah.
Yeah. So we got
Hey,
Jenny
Peña
69's publicist is in the
Yeah.
building, and
Right.
FC Magic's
Thank
publicist.
you. Thank you.
I feel like he's doing a lot of work behind the scenes.
That's it. Everybody plays their part, and it
Yeah.
all comes together like a beautiful party.
That's what is happening.
I'll do the
Yeah.
cake, he'll do the decorations,
Right?
and Michael will be the padrino, right?
That's all.
Let's go, baby.
When we got a party.
We're making some magic cake up in here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, let me see. So, what do you guys feel like? What's the future for you guys right now? I mean, you guys got a lot going on, but you have like a master plan, or you right now you guys are just having fun.
Well, yeah, for sure. I mean, for me, it's. I mean, I wanna try to kind of get in the country market as well, right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean, I've done about 12, 13 country songs now since Honky Tonks, right? So I just recently did a song by the name of I'm Hurtin', right? And I just recorded it, what was it, last week? I did that. And so, I'm just kind of you know, like I said earlier, right? Un buen gallo en cualquier gallinero canta. So you're just hitting different things and see if, what the people, because the people's the one that's going to say, well, yeah, we like that or we don't. And I haven't really heard anything negative, thank God, right? Knock on wood. And so the country, what's crazy is with the country is where the younger crowd comes out of the woodwork. Like when I do country, then you see all the young crowd come from the back to the front, right? So it's crazy, right? So you got the raza, right? The little older ones are in the front with the accordion stuff. But when I do honky tonks, they know, then they start coming up to the front, the younger kiddos, right? So it's crazy how different genre will take for different audiences. So, but I do want to do more country stuff. I mean, I actually want to get into the country market, right? If possible, before my time is done. And so I'm just glad to have been able to have like honky tonks. Like honky tonks is in English is my Cruz De Madera in Spanish, right?
There you go.
So, I'm glad, and I'm always grateful to God, right, for to been able to have a hit like Cruz De Madera, right? Because everybody has their hit, and that one's mine, right? So I'm always grateful for that. And so, we just, for me, it's just keep working and putting out music, like we're doing that new album. But it's a lot of cover stuff, a lot of bohemio, like I'm doing like Una Página Más, and I'm doing Una Noche Serena y Oscura. And so different older stuff that people have known for years, just kind of new taste al estilo Michael Salgado now, right? Is what we're going to be doing. So the name of the game is just to keep going and
stay working.
And yeah.
I mean, for me, I do have a new album. It's coming. I'm proud of it.
Is it dropping?
I don't have a date, but I'll tell you guys this. I promise it'll come out in 2024. Okay, that's one thing.
This year.
We'll take that.
Yeah, it'll come out this year, and I'm super excited about it because even OT was like, "Yo, Magic, when you gonna drop our songs, man? When you gonna drop our songs?" and so it was. I'm like, "It's coming, and those are great songs. But the future to me is Antonio Cardenas, is Jay Roxxx. That's where my focus will shift, because. I love my career and my records and all that, and I think I'll perform until I die, like James Brown. I think I'll be like that. But I think the youth is where it's at. We always keep talking about the youth because the youth has kept my songs alive, and we have youth artists like Jay Roxxx and Antonio Cardenas. So we're gonna put more effort into that so that our little label Nasty Boy Records can continue to flourish into the future. And then when I'm not here anymore, then my kids can take over and let it be what it is. Them take it from there.
Yeah.
Yeah, same for me, like my son as well. We're going to be working him, and because they're the ones that'll stay here for tomorrow. When we're gone. So, that's pretty much the same.
Yeah, and there's an exciting new drop that I have coming that I haven't talked too much about it, but in 2020 I started my own makeup line.
I saw that. You got some cool eyeshadow
my eyeshadow palettes, Lost in Love, Pretty Girl, Sexy Lady, Mamacita. I got a collaboration with Must Be Cindy. It's called Must Be Magic. And my latest collaboration when it comes to makeup is with Jay Roxxx. So we have the Princesa palette coming, and it is going to be phenomenal.
Is it strictly on your website, or is it going to be in Sephora?
Strictly on my website. Exclusive.
Okay.
Exclusive Nasty Boy Records. And I'm super excited for that one because we put a little bit more effort into this palette. And I can't say how and why, but when you guys see it and we start marketing it, it's definitely going to blow back your socks.
So is Jay Roxxx going to be like the official model to do like the promo for
Jay Roxxx is official anything, okay? She could be an official model, official singer, official host, official complainer.
You should have like Jenny 6ix9ine use it.
I love Jenny. The thing is that Jenny is so busy with so many things. It's hard to sit her down.
That's how she started, right? Was the Get Ready With Me makeup.
She did start doing makeup. And sometimes she says, I should just go back to doing makeup. Things were much simpler back then. But she says something and she don't really mean it, you know?
No.
But Jenny's got a lot going going on. I love Jenny. I told her, I said, Jenny, you could have a success similar to what J-Lo had, but that's my vision for her, and she's got to follow her vision for her, and her vision for her is not my vision for her. So because we don't have the same end goal, I just got to let her do her. And that's fine because Jenny's doing great as she is, you know.
Yeah, she seems like she's doing
She's doing
perfectly fine.
phenomenal. But
Yes.
my other song with Jenny 6ix9ine that I have in the can is called "You and Me." Woo! That man, that's harder than Chinese math.
I cannot wait to hear that, man. She gets down.
Yeah, she does. She does. And I really was proud because when I dropped Riverside, a lot of the comments were, "Whoa, Jenny sounds good," and it was really all her doing all the rapping and everything. She killed it. She sounded great.
I was there at the show the first time you guys performed it. I was backstage. It was in LA, I believe, at a Baby Bash show. And I heard she was like scared to go on stage because I guess
She's a perfectionist. Just like us artists, we want everything to be perfect.
it was a big deal for her to perform.
It is a big deal. It is a big deal. And one of the things that we just talked about earlier is I told her we're going live. You're going to perform your lyrics live. And she's like, you mean there's no track? And it's because all the newer artists, they're used to track.
Is that why she was scared?
They're used to track.
Okay.
But I said, Jenny, you're going to kill it. And she killed it. I remember putting up a post saying people were doubting her. Here she is live, cabrones, pa que sepan, you know? She's dope. She's dope. And sometimes you just got to help people get their confidence, you know?
Yeah.
I believe
and
in her.
Mexican OT was at that show, wasn't he?
That Mexican OT, I don't think he was at that show.
was that?
That was at the Novo? Because we did.
Yeah, it was at the Novo.
Yeah, we did Pomona on Friday, the Novo on Saturday.
Yeah, Bash was there. I was in Bash's room.
No, we had the Dog Pound on that show.
Yeah.
Daz Dillinger and I got a collab with Daz Dillinger too.
Who?
Daz and Corrupt. Yeah, Daz and Corrupt were at that show.
Okay, so Death Row Records or what?
That's right. That's right.
Death Row. They sponsored me.
Did they?
Yeah, they.
That's hard.
They
And you know what's amazing to me is I meet these guys that are from like a real gangster rap era, and you know, I do these little love songs, but they watch me perform, and they're like, "Yo, nephew, we need to get with you, man. We need to get."
Did that happen there? Did that conversation go down at that show?
That day, I was backstage. Daz and Corrupt walked in wearing these Dog Pound jackets, beautiful Dog Pound jackets. And I said to Daz, I says, I need to get one of those, right? He went to his dressing room. What? Then he came back and he said, here you go, Magic. He took off his jacket and gave it to me.
Heck yeah.
So like, that's amazing, you know, to have that much love,
right?
Especially from some legendary producers and being in the game like that for so long, you know, to me, it's amazing.
Yeah.
It's amazing. Yes, I do have Daz's jacket, y'all, and it's in the same place. I got my own DPG jacket.
Glass cabinet.
That's it. Yeah.
Man, all these legends, just like from 20 years ago, you guys are still
amazing. It's amazing.
Creating.
Yeah, it's a blessing. Like I said, music brings people together, and it's kept our career intact. It's the glue.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, I'm excited. I feel like you guys really are tapped in with the younger generation. The younger generation, the musicians today are able to show them, you know, how to have a long career.
And all the young musicians out there, they're killing it. You know, the corridos tumbados are all over the bubble. I mean, they're doing it, you know? And
for sure.
I mean, my son really likes that genre or that style, and so we're gonna be doing some of that too with Antonio.
Are you familiar with Lefty Gunplay?
Yeah, I'm familiar with Lefty.
Did you see
I know who he is, even though I don't know his music well. But I know who he is.
Corrido.
He did a corrido?
He jumped on one.
There you go, see?
So I think his artist, the guy he was on, his name's Jay Roxxx, he wants to be on the show. So that's just another example of
that's dope.
You know, the mixture of genres.
Like I told you, there's only two types of music. Good music and the rest of the stuff that's
Heck
out.
Yeah. Amen.
So I try to make good music.
Amen.
Just like Para Siempre.
That's the way to put it, right?
That's right. There's only two types
But he's that. ¿Qué estilo de música tocas? Pues buena música.
La buena.
Buena música.
El estilo bonito y bueno. Yeah.
What's your genre? It's good music, by the way.
That's right. All right, guys. So you guys, I cannot wait. Thank you so much for being here, man. It was so fun having you guys here on the show. I'm happy you guys stopped in and on your couple days out here in Los Angeles.
Yeah.
I know you guys got a lot other bigger shows to stop by
Don't be
on?
saying bigger, girl. Just we got an agenda, but don't kick yourself down. Don't ever talk negative about yourself.
I meant other talk shows and stuff
That's
like that. But any final words before we go ahead and
Just thank everybody for the many years of blessings, and God bless you and Latin Affiliated. And thank you, Michael Salgado, for having my back. You know,
No, thank you, brother. Thank you. Also, thank you for having us on the show. Toda la raza por ahí, all the fans, thank you guys for supporting us so many years.
we'll see you guys in Vegas on the 14th.
It's going to be the 11th of July,
11th of
Fremont
July.
Country Club. Get your tickets, michaelsalgado.com.
There you go.
MC Magic's going to step in.
That's it. I'm gonna be there.
mcmagic.com?
mcmagicconcerts.com. But if you want to get anything when it comes to tickets, concerts, merch, hoodies, tumblers, makeup, mcmagic.world.
mcmagic.world. Okay, we'll put that on the screen.
Little one.
That's a good one.
Yeah, everybody, we're out here. We're making magic with these guys. And thank you guys so much for being here. And go spin their new song, Para Siempre. Go watch that music video. Go run up those numbers on YouTube. Go give it a like. Let them know what your favorite part was. What do you think about MC Magic playing the accordion in the video? I thought that was a super cool part. But I'm your girl, Angie Smalls. And we'll see you guys on the next episode.
Thank you, Angie, Latin Affiliate, baby.
Bye, guys.